About a month ago, during the Yugioh LCS testing session, Reptiles versus 6-Axis, one of our heroes noticed that the card Viper's Grudge wasn't working as he thought it should. Non-Reptiles you control can't attack. Also, you cannot activate their effects. You can only use it following once per turn. Face up Reptile, you control Destroy Battle and Centigrade, special level 4 lower Reptile from your deck. Okay. Despite specifically mentioning Destroyed by Battle, the card never actually triggered from battle. In fact, the card also didn't work when destroyed at the start of the damage step by the effect of Swordbreaker. After asking his fellow LCS warriors about rulings, they simply answered that it should work. Maybe you did something wrong. Maybe you just missed something. But our hero refused to give up. He asked for assistance from another hero of this story to go on an adventure to try and understand how the card worked or how it failed to work. Surely in a game as advanced as Master Duel. Sorry. Wait, there's no joke here. Never mind. My bad. Let's continue. There is simply no way the card could be bugged. The game was long and painful, and every time Viper's Grudge refused to work, more questions were raised. But at the same time, the more times it did work, the more answers were received. And finally, after countless hours of work, our heroes completed their journey. They compiled the report and sent it to the gods. Konami devs. Yeah, same thing here. Please enter the details regarding bugs. You tested this with everything. Bowblader, Psychic Bounder, Swordbreaker, Thousand Needles, Trap Hole of Spikes. Bruh. Okay. Finally, the perfect compilation of every possible situation. With this, the gods could easily solve this issue and save the world, future LCS Reptiles, from its demise. After a few days have passed, the gods sent their response. Wait, you actually got an email back about this? There's no way. Thank you for contacting Master Duel support. We apologize for the inconvenience, but due to the difficulty in confirming your duel status, we cannot provide you individual information regarding the card activation rules and effects. The rules related to are here, blah, 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 blah. If we can reproduce or identify the cause of an event that is not behaving normally, we will consider whether it can be addressed in future updates. However, we will continue to do our best to improve the quality of our content. Therefore, please do not hesitate to contact us if you have further questions or concerns. They basically just, like, pied this off as, like, we're not answering your ruling question, which is not what the question is, right? Like, that's not the crux of the matter here. It isn't, like, you know, why doesn't Steel Swarm Roach work against a Ritual Summon? Is game bug? Like, this is documented, examples of the card not triggering. Okay, alright, where do we go with this next? It felt like a lightning struck through their hearts. Once thought of as mighty, all-knowing, responded in the most careless of ways, as if they didn't want to bother with such nonsense. Why would Konami fix Viper's Grudge, man? Our hero felt the hope being taken away from him. But his assistant refused to give up, and he refused to sit tight and watch how the gods were making fun of them. He was determined to save Master Duel, and he was determined to help his friends, and he had a plan. By asking for help from the ancients, his Japanese friend. Okay, that's racist. He forged a new report, the one that was infused with magical powers in Japanese. He didn't send it to the same gods that mock them for their insignificance. He sent it to the mightiest of them all, the Japanese Konami staff. Wow, okay. Alright, let's see if this one's gonna work instead. One true god answered in a more gentle manner. They seemed to sympathize with our heroes and yet still couldn't be too kind. We'll look into it. You won't receive any updates on our progress. The message was cold, but what it did contain was hope. The hope that one day the tyranny of the evil bug will end. No, it's not Maxi. And now all they had to do was wait. Many years later, present day, recent LCS was concluded. Our heroes didn't have remarkable results. On one of the evening testing sessions, they remembered this old story. It was a distant memory at this point, and they didn't know if Viper's Grudge was even looked into by the mightiest. Master Duel just had an update, so our two bravest heroes decided to test it, and for old time's sake. And what they saw... Is that Grudge in the back row? Searched it. Set. Huh? Firehand set it off. Now the battle test. There's no way they fixed it 10 minutes ago. We did it! They fixed it! It works! We saved the LCS! The end. Friend code for testing game before it was fixed. Reply against Papa Shekels, 12 turns long. Why would anyone need this? Okay, I'm not gonna watch your evidenced video. I will just take your proof of it. But, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any... Do you know what my main takeaway from this is? If you email them in Japanese, they listen. If you email them in English... They send you a chat GPT response. That's all this like really tells me. And what it boils down to, if you just email them in Japanese, they'll fix the Viper's grudge rolling. Well, you know, honestly, I can't think of anything more productive that's ever been done in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. You guys stood up for what was right, and you guys stood up for what was morally correct, and here we are. '07. Shoutouts to the LCS community. They have fixed the Viper's grudge. Thank you so much, buddy.